Welcome to Miwa Japanese Cooking. Today we are making shrimp dumpling soup. It's hearty, filling, perfect for a cold winter night. Exact measurement can be found on my blog. The link is on the description box below. Starting with chopping the leek. Cut off the base and separate the green part and white part. Slice the white part diagonally. I save the green part for making soup stock. If you don't have access to the leek, feel free to swap for spring onion or just a yellow onion. Next, spring onion. Chop into small pieces. We are going to use a lot for the dumpling filling, but we are not going to use everything, so the leftover will go to my meal prep. Adding onto the noodle or miso soup, I tend to sprinkle on everything. Grate the ginger. I'm looking for about 1 teaspoon worth of grated ginger. I love this grater. It has a non-slip gripper at the bottom, so it's very stable. For pak choy, roughly chop the green part. For the white part, cut into big bite size. This recipe is very forgiving, so you don't have to be too precise on how big they are, and also any other leafy greens like spinach will work perfectly. Do you guys have this fish cake? We call this hanpen in Japanese. And add into the food processor and blitz up until you reach the pasty consistency. If you don't have a food processor, use mortar and pestle. The fish cake is already well seasoned and contains potato starch to hold the structure. So by adding this fish cake into the dumpling filling, we'll bring the complexity to the taste without adding multiple condiments. Means we are likely not messing up on this dish. That's what we are like it about, right? Transfer onto the bowl and set this aside. Now I have a shrimp. Mine is already deveined and deshelled, but if your shrimp come with the shell and vein attached, please remove them. Add potato starch and salt. Then start rubbing until you start to see the dull grayish liquid coming out. This process will allow you to remove the shrimpy smell. Make sure to rinse them completely. Chop them into smaller pieces. I like to leave it part chunky and part pasty so that you can enjoy the texture of shrimp, but it's really up to you. By the way, if you're looking for pan-fried dumpling recipe, I have a separate video about that, so please check the description box below. And add it into the bowl. Add kombu stock powder for umami taste, followed by pinch of salt, and toasted sesame seed. About 2 handfuls of chopped spring onion. Dash of toasted sesame oil for the nuttiness. And mix everything together. Can you guys hear the cartoon in the background? We film it on the weekend and kids are watching Japanese cartoon called Doraemon. I hope you guys don't mind the noise. I have a gyoza wrapper. Scoop about 1 teaspoon of filling and place it in the center, and dip your finger into the water and draw a line on the edge. Fold and seal it completely. Then fold both sides towards the center. Ta-da! Your dumpling is ready. So we're just gonna repeat the same process until you use up all the filling. You don't want to put too much filling because the fish cake will act like a spongy. When you boil it later, the fish cake will absorb all the soup and keep expanding almost into double. So 1 teaspoon is perfect. Recently, my husband started to film the video for me. So this time we had a little quarrel with each other before we filmed this. So we are in awkward mode. Can you guys see it by watching it? Boil the water and add chicken stock powder and add stock of bok choy and leek. Cook it for 3 minutes over mid-heat. Then add dumplings. You can keep these dumplings in the freezer for 3 weeks. Whenever you want to cook, just put into the soup without defrosting it. So pretty handy. And once it comes back to the boil, lower the heat to medium low and cook it for another 4 minutes. Add leaf part of bok choy and grated ginger and cook it for another 1 minute. My pot was too small, so almost boiling over. So I recommend using a bigger pot. Off the heat and adjust the taste with some salt and soy sauce. Please have a quick taste test before you serve it. I also made a playlist of soup, so please go and watch them if you are looking for more soup ideas. We are almost there. For the dipping sauce, mix mayo and soy sauce. Dumpling is tasty as is, but dipping sauce will elevate the overall taste. Mix it until it's well combined. There you go. The dumpling is so fluffy but still have a texture of shrimp, bursting the flavor with your first bite. I ate leftover the next day. It was okay, but the dumpling gets a little soggy and soft, so I recommend you to finish eating on the same day. This recipe is on the time-consuming side compared to my other recipes, but strongly recommend you to try it if you are a soup lover or shrimp lover. Thank you very much for watching and hope to see you on the next video. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. またね。バイ。